Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer. Today we are in Tuscarora State Forest in either Cumberland County or Perry County. I'm not exactly sure where the boundary line is in relation to where we are, but you can see we're heading up a gated dirt road, Bower Mountain Road. And if I pan around, you can see Laurel Run Road that we came in on, and the parking lot behind there can accommodate a number of vehicles, and just beyond that is a state forest campsite. But this is an adventure where I saw some things marked on the Tuscarora State Forest map, so we may be uncovering a hidden gem, or it may be a total bust. That's as much information as I have. This is really just going in blind and seeing what we find. But in any case, look at these woods with the golden leaves just turning in early fall. So in any case, it's going to be a win just to get out here. Specifically, what we're looking for is a rock formation, Chimney Rocks. There are many formations called Chimney Rocks all over the place. Some of them are legitimate formations. Some of them are, well, I don't know what people were thinking when they designated them that. And then there's supposed to be some scenic overlooks, but again, I really have no idea what we're getting into. But in any case, you're here along with us. It's a little tricky getting back here because there are a number of roads, but as you just saw, a lot of them are gated. So just by looking at a map, you might not be able to get to where you intend. So you can check out hemlockstateexplorer.com, and we'll have a map there marked up showing exactly how to get here without having to turn around because you ran into a gated road. So stick with us as we explore the Chimney Rocks and scenic views, maybe, of Tuscarora State Forest. We've been traveling up Bower Mountain Road and encountered this sign that says Horsehead Rocks, so we'll go check that out. The trail so far has been gravel road, which has been uphill entirely, but it makes use of a switchback, and it really isn't that bad. It was easy going, and there sure is a difference hiking up a mountain on a gravel road versus a trail up over rocks and brush and everything else. I'm not really discerning. I guess this is the trail, not discerning much of a trail. Have to be on the lookout for snakes. I actually just saw a juvenile venomous snake. It was tiny. It looked like a rattlesnake. It didn't have any rattles. But maybe it was just too young. You can find a picture of that at hemlockstateexplorer.com. We're moving slowly here because copperheads look just like fallen leaves, and they love to hang out in crevices just like what we are walking through. It would not surprise me if there were copperheads underneath our feet without us knowing it. Probably down underneath these rocks, but they can stay there. I'm just fine with that as long as they don't get underfoot. Okay, well, here's Horsehead Rocks, the view. Unfortunately, nothing really to write home about. Here's the rocks themselves. And pan around so you can get a view of what we just climbed over. And the rocks are cool. The pines are cool, but can't really say anything about the view. Well, let's head back and continue our adventure. Although the view from Horsehead Rocks, like I said, is nothing to write home about, just as I turned off the camera, caught a beautiful view of the moon in the azure sky. Look at that. The white against the bright blue. Wow, that's beautiful, and it doesn't even show up well on the camera, but just one of those little bonuses that you get in the glorious outdoors. After a little over 1.5 miles of hiking uphill on this gravel Bower Mountain Road, the chance we took on this exploration has already paid off at the Doubling Gap Overlook. Let's read it. Ahead are the double gaps formed by the Blue Mountain. This ridge extends from the Hudson River in New York to the Great Smoky Mountains of North Carolina and Tennessee. Glorious. Let's take that in. You can see the Blue Mountains directly ahead, and then beyond that the Cumberland Valley, and then the mountains on the horizon are South Mountain, and you see the morning mist filled valley below, and over here are all the ridges. What a glorious view. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ridges ahead of us in the striated mountains and valleys of Pennsylvania, which are really characteristic of this region. They have a fascinating history to them, just how they made transportation so challenging in our early history in this region, because you just have mountain valley, mountain valley, mountain valley. So the passes, the wind gaps, the water gaps became extraordinarily strategic and significant. But for these days, they're simply wonderful outdoor treasures to explore. And as we turn away from these glorious views, you can get a look at the pull-off area and overlook. As you see, here's where we came up on Bower Mountain Road. It looks like there's a small parking pull-off there. A picnic table. When we approached the picnic table, a lizard scurried under it. It was very quick. Didn't get a good view of it. A fire ring. I'm doubting if that's actually a sanctioned fire ring. I wouldn't use it being so close to that brush. And then here you see the overlook pull-off area with a nice gravel pad. Glorious. All right, there's even a shady hemlock for you to relax at the picnic table. This would be a perfect spot for a picnic. You just have to lug it up the mountain. But we're continuing on Bower Mountain Road in the direction of Chimney Rocks to the west. Stick with us. We can't wait to see what's up ahead. We've arrived at the trail spur to the Chimney Rocks, as is denoted by that sign. And although the trailhead is easily marked, the trail looks like it doesn't get traveled much. Not sure how this will turn out. Most of the top of the mountain so far has been a logged area, and that's what we're walking through right now. So it's hard to discern a trail, but thankfully that brush was just at the initial part, the trailhead, and we have yellow blazes to guide us to Chimney Rocks. If it weren't for those blazed trees, really would not know where we're going except via the GPS, on account of, well, there really not being any kind of discernible trail through this logged area. But we will progress in the direction of Chimney Rocks looking for blazes, and we'll catch up with you when we get there. And of course, we'll mark everything on hemlockstateexplorer.com, so you can have a little bit easier time than we're having right now trying to figure out where to go. We've made it to Chimney Rocks. Granted, the rock formation is pretty cool. We'll have to be very careful of our serpentine friends as we're climbing it. I'm not sure how to get up here. This looks like as good a way as any. Hoping for some views. Looks like it gets pretty overgrown with briars, so I'm glad we're visiting here in early fall where a lot of things have died back. That's an even cooler view. Getting here though was a little bit of a challenge. The trail, after we made it through the logged area, it enters a wooded area, so we'll give you a waypoint and some coordinates at hemlockstateexplorer.com, and as long as you head towards that waypoint, you'll make it through the logged area. And then once you get to the woods, there really is no discernible trail at all, other than yellow blazes on the trees intermittently. Just checking for snakes here. Really is no discernible trail except for the blazes, but as long as you follow the blazes, you'll be good. But wow, is it worth it? A unqualified yes, but you don't need me to tell you that. You judge for yourself. Whoa, okay, so not thrilled with the hike. It was a lot of loose rocks as well, and with the leaf debris in early fall, you really do have to be careful getting down here. This is not for everyone, but if you can make it here, you judge for yourself if it was worth it. Glorious. We've changed position on the rocks and want to give you an indication of where we're standing. There you see we're standing on this rock outcropping. Here's what it looks like up above us, so that's what we had to climb around to get here. But man, this is glorious. After returning from the Chimney Rocks trail, we continued on the Bower Road trail for about 3/4 of a mile. A low cloud must have encountered the top of the mountain because the misty, partly sunny skies gave way to full mist and fog for a little while on top of the mountain. And then we took the red blazed Julia Nedig trail down the mountain part way. The Julia Nedig trail consisted of several small switchbacks through the rock fields and woods at the side of the Tuscarora Mountain, making it a not too difficult descent. But if you look to our left and behind us a little bit, you can just barely make out a rock slide and rock formations on the side of the mountain. The top of that is the Chimney Rocks trail. All things considered, as difficult as it was reaching the Chimney Rocks on account of the loose rocks on the side of the mountain, all things considered, it was much easier than it would have been scrambling up that. But right now this is an old haul road partway down the mountain heading back east towards the trailhead where we started on Bower Mountain Road. It's an easy gravel road walk right now through the pleasant woods that are just starting to change colors. Every now and then you'll find a tree that's approaching full effect, like there's a large yellowing hickory up ahead. We'll see what else we can find on this old historic haul road before we reach Bower Mountain Road. We've rejoined the Bower Mountain Road trail from the old haul road, really reveling in this golden sunshine through the leaves just starting to change color. There wasn't much to see on the old haul road. It was just a nice, flat, convenient way to get back to the Bower Mountain Road and the trailhead, which is right before us. And once again, as a final reminder, please be sure to check out the full adventure at hemlockstateexplorer.com, where you'll find everything you need to know before you go, including a track and waypoints and a map for how to get to Chimney Rocks and that glorious doubling gap overlook. Also, you can check out all of our other adventures there, including many other things to do in the Tuscarora State Forest area. And until next time, we can't wait to see you on the next adventure.